What is up, fellow benchwarmers? Welcome to Daily Fantasy Quickie. What's up, guys? Welcome to another quickie. It's silly season fantasy this week. My name is JJT from the Fantasy Benchwarmers with our Commish Eric. Commish, silly season just got sillier. Even OKC is probably the biggest silly season team this year.
If OKC is gonna do something like what they're doing now, just added reasons why you should not play until week 24.
Yeah.
The way that OKC has treated these past games, insult to us fantasy managers.
Not just that. I mean, from a player standpoint, right? They waived Olivier Sarr today after playing four good games for them. They waived him for another 10-day or
Melvin Fraser.
Melvin Fraser, another 10-day contract? Is it a 10-day contract?
Yes. I would say there's a reason though for this. There's a basketball reason. They want to see as many players, get to see as many players, and then because they already saw what the Sarr can do last few games, there's no point in adding him. Okay, we know what you can do. Let's go see somebody else if this guy is good, so that in the future we'll have some reference on how these players fit. But still, it's not winning. It's not winning basketball. It's just
it's
just
silly.
wrong.
It's silly. That's how it is. Lots of waiver wire options. Let's quickly just go through them. But before that, by the way, another player returned today, a key fantasy contributor early in the season. I'm not sure if he's going to be a key fantasy contributor towards the end of the week, but Norm Powell returned. If you added him today, he played well. I mean, he had 22 points, I think. 24. Yep, and 4-3. So that's how crazy it has been for fantasy.
The last two games of the Clippers come on the back-to-back on Sunday, Monday. That's the last two games. I don't know if Powell will play both or maybe plays one. I don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
So that makes it tougher to add him, really. I put him here because he's a good stream if he plays in both, obviously. We're sure Reggie Jackson, Marcus Morris, and the others will miss the last game. I'm 80-90% sure that will happen. So maybe Morris, who's this guy? Norman Powell plays in that last game. He's starting, he's scoring 40 points, 30 points like Robert Covington. So just have to be aware of that.
Yeah.
Aware of
so that's a familiar name for us. But there are a lot of unfamiliar names. Let's start first with some little more familiar players. Jaylen Hoard had another good game.
Jayden Horde is familiar.
Jaylen Horde is familiar by this time. If you're not familiar with Jaylen Horde, you haven't really done your research. But he's had three good games, 3 solid games in 5 out of 5 games.
Yeah. I guess we can't talk Jaylen Horde if we don't talk OKC. It looks like, well, they didn't play Mamu, Poku, Wiggins. Yeah. These guys were on the bench, suited up, ready to play, but they didn't put them in. So may not see them again this season. I'll be surprised if we see them again. So Horde is their star, basically.
He has been.
Yeah.
Together with Isaiah Roby, but probably Roby's not going to be there. Just don't be surprised if tomorrow they ended up cutting Horde because they've already seen what he can do.
It might be too late. I don't know if they still have a 10-day to give with the season last 2 games, so probably not anymore. Maybe Horde. I think finally Horde will be safe.
Mm-hmm.
Horde is basically small forward who could. He's just small forward who scrappy. Yeah.
Another OKC player is Xavier Simpson. Well, I haven't heard of him, but he had 11 assists today and 3 steals. Could be relevant if you want to roll the dice with these guys towards the end. Yeah, assists or threes. You can especially in deep leagues, 18, 20 team leagues, these guys are probably most likely available, and some of the managers probably haven't heard or will not take the risk of adding these guys as well. So
If you're down and you don't have anybody else to go to,
yeah.
you're, let's
I mean,
say,
18,
against
20 team leagues, it's really hard to stream at this point.
yeah.
You can stream a familiar name, but that familiar name could end up not playing at all. So
Yes.
the
So
familiar names are not the players to go to now.
it seems like in OKC it's Krejci, Simpson, and Horde. That's the three. Of course, Roby should, I think, is not available. So these three are getting major minutes. Then there are other players. Jeremiah Robinson Earl suddenly, played good today, but I still believe those three are the best. I guess you can look for in OKC.
In Detroit, another tanking team, Detroit. Of course, we have talked about Isaiah Livers. He had the so-so game, not so good game today. But another player who had a nice game was Braxton Key. I don't know. You might be wondering who this guy is, but this guy has been playing well already for a few games, maybe
3 games for 3 games.
Yeah. So, of course, he doesn't even have a picture in Yahoo. So you'll probably ignore him, but you'll be surprised the type of number of games he's already played well. Today, he has been averaging 12.7 rebounds, 1.3 steals, and 1.3 blocks. Solid numbers across the board. So, yeah.
Today he had 3 blocks. I'm not mistaken. 1 steal, 3 blocks, something like that, and a lot of rebounds. He came off the bench. If you're playing DFS, he's already $19. So you can see what people expect from him because he's a guy who can defend. He's a guy who could steal, who could block. So especially in week 24, if you're like, I don't know what will happen in this week. It's just all over the place. I need to win steals, blocks, field goals, free throws. That's just what I'm gonna do. Braxton Key would be someone you could target.
Yeah. They are not playing anymore. Olivier Bagley's out.
Bagley's out. Yeah.
They're still playing Stewart, but yeah, Key has been playing a major role. Jericho Sims of the Knicks.
Yeah. Jericho Sims,
guy to watch. Mitch Robinson did not play and probably will not play anymore. I doubt he would.
I think he will because today was a back-to-back.
Yeah.
Today was a back-to-back, so maybe they rested him because it was a back-to-back. I don't know. I don't intend.
Yeah, but just in case, they rule him out. Jericho Sims is the guy to take.
Again, in 18 to 20 team leagues, Jericho Sims, even with Mitch Robinson, has been getting 7-8 rebounds and 1 to 2 blocks a game, even with Mitch playing. So if Mitch is out, that makes him even better. Of course, it's Tibbs. So probably Tibbs will tell Mitch to play, but let's see. Let's see what they will do.
Yeah. For the others, Trey Jones could be a good option in case he is available. Most likely he is because he's not.
I don't think he is because at this point the Jonte has been
true.
Well, if you're following us, we posted about the news about the Jonte's illness causing him to lose 6 or 7 pounds.
Yeah.
So maybe you read that and picked up Trey Jones. So I think maybe Trey is not, but if he is, yes, he's a good ad.
Jose Alvarado, in case you need assistance steals, New Orleans has nothing to play for, as we talked about yesterday.
And against Portland tomorrow.
DJ Augustine of the Lakers could have some value depending on who plays. That's the only question there. Who plays for the Lakers?
Well, we did mention about LeBron needing 1 or 2 more games to get the
in our DFS show. So just for the quickie listeners, LeBron James, if he wants to qualify for the scoring title, he needs 1 or 2 more games. So they have 2 more games, right? Or 3?
I think they have 3. They have 3 more games.
So he needs to play at least in 2.
I don't know. It sounds desperate if he does play 1 more game. I mean, I don't know what LeBron.
Well, he hasn't won the scoring title yet. I mean,
hasn't he won? I think he has won. He has won before. Yes, he has won. He has won before. But winning now would make it historical because
if he's won, I think he probably won't play. But this is another,
You think?
For LeBron, this is a damn if you do, damn if you don't type of situation once again. If he plays, people will see him differently. People will see he's selfish or whatever. If he doesn't play, then, people would criticize him again for not chasing that. No drive or whatsoever. So, let's see. All we can do is just wait and see. But the Lakers would probably rest, Anthony Davis, probably rest Russell Westbrook, those guys. Carmelo, the old guys would probably be resting. So, there could be some good streamers there. Augustine, Reeves, and Jaylen Horde, I guess. Yeah. Portland has Keon Johnson.
Greg Brown.
Orlando would probably have Ignas Brazdeikis, another player you probably haven't heard of. Portland also has Greg Brown, as you said, and then New Orleans has nothing to play for, so they still have Jackson Hayes. Valanciunas might not play, so yes. Hayes and Hernan Gomez are the go-to guys there. In deeper leagues, maybe Zach Collins could be a play, or Daniel Pace.
If I think Boston is in a back-to-back tomorrow, so that's why I put Pace there, because Horford might not play. I'm not sure, because even if they have something to play for, it's a back-to-back situation.
That's not Horford's. That doesn't apply to Horford.
And, So I put him there. And then New Orleans, if you're in a finals, don't be afraid to drop Jonas Valanciunas or these kinds of players. Even if they play, it's okay. You have to be sure to get someone who actually plays. If they're questionable, drop them at this point.
Yeah. Even if they play, I don't think they'll play a lot of minutes.
Yes. Even if they play.
As long as your opponent doesn't get them, so you'll be good. You'll be okay, right? At this point,
you should drop those players already. Those who are being ruled questionable, Dylan Brooks, Jonas Valanciunas. These guys has a questionable tag. You have to drop them. You have to drop them and move on.
Add these nobodies, players you haven't heard.
Add these
players
guys
you haven't heard of, but probably will hear of. Will know more about this season, and will probably be talked about next season if they've been rostered to an actual NBA lineup. But those are the guys. If you want to look at the full list, it's in our Facebook page.
Or you can watch our Courtside DFS show, because it's basically the same actually at this point of the season. Basically the same.
That's where we also get some news about some of these guys, whether they're good plays or not. And who are their replacements? Like players like Braxton Key, you will notice why their values are higher. So
Braxton,
Braxton Keys, and of course those guys like Hoard and Keon Johnson. Those guys are favorite DFS plays by some of our DFS managers. But it's in Tagalog though; it's in Filipino, so.
But you'll get it.
Yeah, I mean, we'll mention the names. You probably know the names, right?
You'll get it.
You'll see them in the screen. All right, that's our quickie for today. It's gonna be a short one, and good luck in streaming these nobodies. Hopefully, you get the right ones, and hopefully, this one help you as well decide on who to pick or which player to use in the coming days. All right, we'll see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.